Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be showing you the power of Malphite jungle after the buffs. For those of you who aren't aware, his passive is now on a lower cooldown at lower ranks. Instead of starting at 10 seconds, it starts out at 8, which is pretty nice. As you go in between your camps, from camp to camp, it'll be up more often. For your W, that is also on a lower cooldown. However, that is more on a lower cooldown at later levels rather than earlier levels. All in all, it's a solid quality of life change, and we're going to see how it feels on Malphite jungle. I'd imagine it's going to feel quite a bit better, especially in the early game where you lose more HP and your shield would be down more often. I plan on playing him kind of like how you'd play a Volibear or maybe an Udyr, which is where you pick up an early Dark Sill. You can flex into Mejai's if you get 10 stacks or so, and it'll give you good scaling. But in terms of our Mythic Rush, we might go for the Sunfire. We'll see. We can flex into tank or AP is kind of the cool thing about Malphite, so you can kind of just decide as you go, to be honest. We'll just start with E. Starting Q is fine, but E does more damage and is a lower cooldown. Plus it slows attack speed. Your W is a pretty high cooldown, level 1, to where it's not quite worth it. If you're getting invaded by the enemies though, you usually want to start Q, that way you can slow their movement speed. At this point we'll get our Q into the E, and then we'll get our W next, max Q first, E second, and probably just W last. If you go for a W max second over an E max second, you won't feel too much of a difference, but overall the E max second will give you more burst, which as a jungler is what you need for the ganks. See, our passive's actually going to be up here. We're not even having to run past the camp and wait. We can just get to where we want to be and it's already back up. But it should be back up for the Raptors as well. I think Malphite's a really solid AMUMU type of champion. Extremely straightforward. Great for beginners, great for noobs. And you can carry pretty well with him. Obviously his biggest downside is his kind of slow early game, but it's only so slow. Auto attack W reset. Gotta chug some potions, get our HP back. Your worst matchups are going to be against things that can build tanky items and heal a lot while simultaneously being mobile, like Kayn. Those are pretty annoying to deal with. Auto attack W reset. I'm thinking just a 5 can't clear into gank so we can get out there and start pressuring the map. If you only have to wait for a second and a half or less for your passive to come up before your camp, I think it's generally worth it, especially in your first clear when you want to keep your HP high so you don't die to the enemy jungler and you'll have enough HP to gank. Looks like Warwick's bot side. You path top to bottom. Come in behind the Udyr and get him with our Q. You can definitely go for flash, but I think Ignite's better. It makes it harder for the enemy jungler to try to solo you, which is, I think, super important. Nard didn't do anything there. We're not coming back top. He had one auto attack, maybe one Q. Udyr top, I think, is actually better than Udyr jungle. Udyr top feels really nice, at least when I played it. He has good mobility to get away. Solid all-in potential and pretty good scaling. I think better scaling is a top than a jungler. As a jungler, you need so much bear stance to be able to gank that you miss out on durability. It's doable. We need Gnar to go in though. Got him with the stun into Q. I'm getting creep blocked so hard, it's insane. I should have been able to reach him for the ignite, but we kept getting minion blocked. It's freaking nuts. We could actually solo Warwick. He started with no refill. He's literally dead. Even with his troll heal start. That's why you take Ignite on Malphite. It's stupid. Even though Warwick was almost full HP, he couldn't kill us. Even if he had refill, it wouldn't have mattered. But it's pretty standard on Warwick not to run refill at the moment, so you can get an earlier Tiamat. First item back, you're going to want to grab Dark Sill. If you can afford anything else, grab Boots. After that, you can just decide if you want to go for AP or tank. I'm kind of feeling the tank option. That way we can keep our Dark Sill up. And our team already has so much damage with the Yone Xayah. They can do the whole damage for our team. If you do want to go mage, that's fine. I think you'd be better off with Night Harvester over Ludens. As a jungler, you never run out of mana because your jungle item gives you fudge load whenever you're in the jungle or river, which is most of the map. So a mana mythic on Malphite jungle is completely unnecessary. So instead, I think you'd want Night Harvester for the extra AP, and HP. Could even go for Rocket Belt for the same reason, or even Riftmaker, but Riftmaker wouldn't be quite as good. You mainly go for Dark Harvest just because the other keystones suck on him. Malphite's always had issue with keystone options. So it's pretty much always just Electrocute, Dark Harvest, or if you're playing him as a laner, you can take Arcane Comment. Since his Q slows, it'll hold him still for it to land fairly consistently. Your only real mechanic is your W reset. You can auto then immediately W for a quick hit. I'm not going to go top anymore. Udo Rush tier 2 boots. Unless we can kill him solo, it's completely pointless. He's going to be able to easily outrun Gnar, who has no boots. Get him with our Q. Our passive's already back up into the E. W reset, down he goes. The damage is very satisfying. You're not a low damage champion. What you are is a highly immobile champion. It's hard to get from point A to point B without your R. If you can't reach them with your Q to begin with, it's hard to get to them because your Q slows them and speeds you up. In that case, we had him cut off, so it was an easy Q land. Yeah, I couldn't really help him on that one. Might be able to get her with the Dark Harvest here if she stays for the minions. Alright, we'll just go for our blue. I really want level 6, but I don't want to mess up Yon's wave. Diana already has it pushing to the Yon, so when he comes back, it should catch on his next wave, I assume. As long as his minions get there in time. Warwick's most likely going to his red buff. Just don't over gank on Malphite. Always 5 to 6 camp clear, unless there's an absolutely free kill you can get by yourself. If you're throwing off your clear and exposing yourself on the map, you're going to delay your level 6 so far and give the enemy jungler a lot of time and space to bully you when you're at your weakest, which is pre-6. I need to smite a minion for XP. We're almost level 6 here. We need this guy dead so I can R. That's freaking hilarious. We just got a bunch of dark harvest and dark seal stacks. Yon's going ham in there. We can get there in time. Warwick's super far behind. I can see why he would want to take heal on Warwick. Warwick tops and Warwick mids run barrier because it's really cheesy and it baits the enemies. But on Warwick jungle, you'd be better off with flash or not heal though. Warwick has the same issue Malphite has, which is he lacks a consistent way to get to the enemies in the first place. Once he's close enough, sure, he's hard to get away from. But until he closes that initial distance, in the same way it's hard for Malphite, it's difficult to get to people. That's why on Malphite jungle ganks, you need to come behind the enemies. Or have your R. One or the other, preferably both. Not going to gank top. He has tier 2 boots rush, and Udyr top's kind of OP. I think we just reset here. Warwick's level 6. He's going to have R. I can't solo him now that he has R. We're best off backing here. Honestly, I'm feeling the Mej rush. It might seem extremely troll. You just need to change your mindset. It's going to be one of the most important things. Versus their team, I'm kind of thinking the Lucids. Our build is Giga Troll. You should definitely avoid getting an early Mej if you're the type of player who forces things and you're going to end up getting yourself killed at some point. I'm going to try to play really clean and not to do anything stupid, and always make sure I check the minimap and I tab before every single engagement. Bard is out in the middle of nowhere. He's trying to make me lose my Mej here. Warwick misses the R, auto attack, trying to get the W reset. I would like to hit her with Q first. We don't want a raw R when she's moving really fast and she might have flash, because then she can dodge it. The closer you are, the harder it is for them to dodge your R because they have less time to react. Auto attack W reset. I don't know why we're fighting over there. We already knew Warwick was there. Since we didn't throw our Mej, it's whatever. We went for Lucids because Lucids are extremely inexpensive, and it's going to work well with what we're trying to do with our Mej by having our R up more frequently. Yeah, I rotated. I'm ready. Gonna go ahead and hit with our R, the ignite. I don't think Warwick has his R still. Just in case he does, I don't want to die. We're sitting on Mej. When you have Mej, you only take situations where you know you're gonna live and get something out of it. You don't, even if you're like, oh, I'm 70% sure I get a kill here, but if I don't, then I'll die. You never take those. Those are just way too much risk. Because you lose 10 stacks of Mej if you do that. Our R is only on an 89-second cooldown. We don't have all of our Ultimate Hunter stacks either. They must be going for a Herald. One nice thing about getting some AP is it does speed up your clears, at least on your E and your Q, a decent amount. Your W scales off of AP and armor. Scales will realistically more off of... it's about equal, actually. You can get about just as much armor as you can AP on a champion like Malphite. Blue Smite plus Q means we go fast. I shouldn't have gone top though. We already know that playing to try to kill Udyr is a huge mistake. I don't like this situation. Our R is about to be up though, so I'll stick around. I don't think we've taken these all game. This is the first time. I think this is warded. I gotta come here for the Diana though. We'll slow her with Q. We need to close distance before we R. I don't want her to flash it. So if I can slow her with Q, then slow her with my autos, then it will force her to flash it. Then we can land R. Because our R is our only skill shot. I needed it for the Mej. 10 stack Mej is twice as good as 9 stack Mej. Because 10 stack Mej plus gives you 10% movement speed, which is a really freaking good stat. Really, really, really high quality. Movement speed is the most important stat in League on its own, really. It's super valuable in what you can achieve with it. So, yeah, the 10% is pretty nuts. It's one of the most limited things you can buy. Most items don't give it, and the ones that do don't necessarily give it consistently. Like a Yomu's is an active, and some items when you hit an enemy then it speeds you up, but Mej is a constant 10% bonus. Doesn't go on cooldown. I mean, unless you have less than 10 stacks because you died. Gotta slow with my E. Got him with my ignite. Oh, I don't like this at all. I am getting mana back though. We actually win this. I need my R. Yeah, I didn't have mana, but that was pretty decent. We didn't get to lay Herald in time to get plates. 14-minute mark, plates fall off. That really sucks. Would have liked to have gotten those. At least we have the Herald. We could still get bonus first turret gold off of somewhere. Our R is going to be up shortly. Warwick has Blood Scent though. Now would be a good time to back. Night Harvester's a good item. Like I said though, our team has so much damage with the Yon and Xayah alone that if this was an Ornn top and then a Leona support, we would already have enough damage. They both have great AoE damage abilities, being able to affect the whole enemy team. So we don't need to go full AP one-shot. Instead, we can stay alive, keep our Mej up, and get disproportionate value. If we go full AP, if we go in and die, even if we get a couple of kills, it's not worth, because we're throwing big shutdown and 10 stacks of Mej. Plus, it's like when you build tank on Malphite, you get damage too. I mean, your W does more damage, and it gives you more armor the more armor you have. And your passive gives you more health the more health you have, so You don't, it's not a true conversion. Oh, you build tanks, so you missed out on equal parts of damage. It's only a % of damage you miss out on. W into the E. I think we could have killed him if the team stayed in on that one. I'm gonna go cut this guy off. He's got nowhere to go. I'm gonna get my thing up too. It's a Q blue smite. Wow. He was kind of tanky there. Maybe the aftershock plus the shield is all that was. I'll be going for dragon here in a second. Our R's on cooldown, so resetting, we don't lose too much. Shadow Flame would be a good item because it gives flat magic penetration, which is disproportionately better in the early game because people haven't built magic resist yet. Percent-based penetration is much better in the late game because the bigger number they have, the bigger number you take away from them since it's percent-based. So we'll go for the Shadow Flame. It gives HP and AP. Both will benefit us greatly. And we still have nearly 300 AP because Mej is an overloaded item. That's the thing. As long as you keep your Dark Seal up, Mej up, you start to snowball wild. Bard, oh my gosh, you're just giving him an escape. I can cancel the Warwick R with my R. This kind of feels like a card counter to Warwick. We slow his attack speed with our E. We can body block him and he can't kill us. And then we can knock him out of his R with our R. Got her with the blue smite. Into the Q, E. This game's over, dude. Our comp is way too good. They're not going to be able to come back. There's no way. There's no way. Their only hope is the Vayne. We have so many tools to deal with her, though. With Yone jumping her and the Gnar jumping her, Bard R, and my R. She's got a lot of things to watch out for. You can take really anything secondary runes. I think Absolute Gathering is better. It still works really well on tank Malphite. And if you do decide to go full AP, it'll be giga optimal. I'm going to stand here and keep tanking. I don't want my Yone to die. And our shield will be up here in a second. An extra 200 HP. And we're chilling. Warwick's on the flank. Yone can destroy him though. Yone's an overloaded champ. I think Warwick's still getting speed up off me. Goodbye, Warwick. We chunk. Those W autos hit so heavy. I might actually die here though. Udyr is really hard to get away from. Hey, got my boys with me. That's right, Udyr. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, boy? Get out of my face. 55-second R seems legit. I'm gonna QE it. Q has more of a travel time. E's pretty much instant. Look for Shadow Flame into Rabadon. We have 320 AP. A bunch of armor. Your W gives you a stupid amount. You get 10% extra armor based off of your total, I believe. Or maybe it's your base. This effect is increased. It triples while your passive is active. So if they haven't wiped your passive off of you, you're getting triple the armor from your W passive, which is kind of nuts. So right now it's 36 bonus armor for my W instead of 12 since our passive is technically up, even though it is missing a little bit. Pretty good. Not bad at all. It's a lot of free tankiness that you don't get when you play any kind of AP bruiser jungler. They don't get a bunch of free armor. Goodbye, Diana. I should have pressed W. That was an accident. Less than a minute on our R in a pre-20 minute game. It was already like that a little bit ago. This doesn't even give ability haste. It's actually been like that for a while. We've had all of Our only 2 ability haste items we've already had for a really long time. Shadow Flame and Mesh don't give any. Where it goes in, Vayne can't follow up because I cut her off. Down he goes. Good stuff. A really good counter to Malphite are champions that can consistently dodge or negate his R. Hourglass junglers are very frustrating. Diana's can be annoying. Lilia's. Any Fiddlesticks. Literally any jungler that can comfortably go Zhonya's without ruining their build. It can be quite frustrating. She got the condemn off. She can't follow it up because I still have R. And passive. I want to land Q first. I have a feeling her flash is up. There it is. Decent. Yon doesn't want to go in. He looks like he wants to bot. He's probably sitting on enough gold to buy another item or close to it. Oh, they shouldn't have come over. They could have baited. The enemies are too scared though. Let's see if we can land a big R. Oh, this is bad. I overstayed. This is really bad. We gotta bail on this one. Sacrifice the Yone. It was a definite overstay. We should be 5-man group though. I don't think there's any reason for Xayah to be bought. With that being said, I trolled a little bit underneath the turret. So it's kind of on me. We'll go for Ramadan Death Cap. You might be saying, well, why not just go full AP? The problem with being full AP is there's not much forgiveness. Even if you do one-shot somebody, a lot of the times you'll just die at that point before your teammates can save you or pressure the enemies. So having the extra tankiness is fine. Plus, like I said, if you were going to build an AP item and now all of a sudden you're going to do 2,000 damage, if you built a tank item instead on Malphite, now maybe you do like 1,500 damage. It's not a one-to-one loss in damage when you build tank versus AP on Malphite. You don't lose out on too much. Especially against champions who have percent-based resistances like Warwick with his E. I think it goes all the way up to 40 or 60%. It's really, really high. It's like being raw damage versus that kind of sucks because he can soak your R and you can't one-shot him, and then he'll come out and kill an AP Malphite. But a tank Malphite, Warwick can't really shred it down very well. It's unfortunate. Nice. Didn't want to R. We're going to stand slightly outside of his sphere range on that one and wait. We don't have level 3 R yet. It's 100 extra damage and the cooldown goes by a decent amount. Looks like Yone wants to Baron. We'll do it. Me, Yone, and Bard are the most impactful players on our team, so we should be playing together. Ideally, the whole team should be playing together in the late game, unless you're running a split push comp with a York or something. Even if you have teammates who refuse to group, even if they should, as long as the most impactful players are trying to do the same things, it oftentimes works, even when some of the weaker players aren't. And plus, when the impactful players on the team are doing stuff and they agree on it, then oftentimes the weaker players will follow. But if there's like 2 carries on the team and they are disagreeing on what should happen, it causes quite a bit of havoc because the other players don't really know who to follow. Wow. That Gnar R was stinky. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. I'm really surprised I killed Vayne that easily. Yon decided to go split right as I was giving that big corny speech. What a bunghole. Take the turrets. Give me that Dark Harvest stack. He's so tanky, man. Udyr top is a nutty champ. Feels good having nearly 3k HP and being able to one-shot 80 carries. I like it. Save me! Oh, thank God. I don't want to die. No, Bard, don't bring her with us. Oh, it canceled my Q. We can speed up off of him. They actually can't chase us down. As long as we have mana, there's really no melee champion in the game that can keep up with Malphite at this point in the game. His Q slows them and it speeds you up. Seriously. Not a single melee champ in the game can keep up with Malphite over a long distance. Whatcha! Get out of my face. This E is going to destroy them. They can't attack. Their attack speed is so bad. They lost 50%. Malphite's unironically an insane pick against their team. Their whole team is auto attack based. The Udyr, the Warwick, Diana, Vayne. If we land one big E, 50% loss of attack speed for 3 seconds, that alone can win a team fight. Pretty nuts, man. Really fun champ. I'm gonna have to play some more of him. Let's take a look at the graphs. Looking at damage ultimate champions, we had the most in the game on tank AP Malphite. That's often how it goes though. If you're a champion who can properly utilize Dark Seal, once you get the ball rolling, even with a very fed Yon, you can very well do the most damage in the game. Looking at damage taken, we took a reasonable amount, kind of middle of the pack. If we look at self-mitigated, we took the most on our team by quite a bit. And you see how Udyr took self-mitigated an unbelievable amount due to primarily his shield. It's pretty nuts. I think Udyr top's busted. You should check him out on my second channel. I did a video on that. This game was extremely short, so we're going to go ahead and do a part 2. This next game is extremely interesting, and I highly recommend it. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to part 2. Had so much fun the first time. We got to do it twice. Got the same rune setup with Dark Harvest, with Sun Impact, Eyeballs, Ultimate Hunter, with Absolute Gathering, double AP and armor. Cheap Shot doesn't feel good on Malphite because after you slow them with your Q, you have to hit them with something else for it to apply. It's a bit of an awkward rune that just doesn't work well on Malphite. So Sun Impact's a little bit better for your R. You get that extra penetration and burst and ready. So their team is somewhat auto attack reliant with the Yi and Varus. Both of them ran lethal tempo as well, so they're both going to be an auto based build. On top of that, Garen's spin does more the more attack speed he has. So in theory, if I hit him with an E before he starts his spin, it should do less. So that'll be interesting to see. We still have Ignite because if you get invaded by Xin Zhao, Master Yi, Warwick, whatever it is, you want to be able to hold your ground, stand your ground, if you will. So if you don't have Ignite, oftentimes things can get weird and squirrely and you're forced to flash away. And you'll usually live, but now you don't have flash, they still have theirs, and it's a bad situation. But with Ignite, oftentimes you can kill them. Or they have to flash away, except Ignite's a way shorter cooldown than flashes, so that's kind of nice. Gonna get our Q next. I wasn't sure if Lulu was there, so I was trying to just take a while to finish it. It's also why I used my sweeper. It looks like Yi started red. He's going into wraps. I mean, he's probably gonna try to invade me. Red into wraps. That is a weird clear. Should be kind of interesting. Get our Q on cooldown, plus we're pulling them out to where we want to go anyways while simultaneously using our passive. Get our E down ASAP, slow their attack speed. You can go W level 2 and you'll end up with pretty much the same results. I do think E's better though for the burst and also for fighting enemy champions since you slow their attack speed. We don't necessarily have to start our red buff. We could skip that and push for our Krugs instead. That way he doesn't have a kill option on us. Or we could push out right now, for example, if we really wanted to. He might just go mid. Oh, never mind. Auto attack, double reset E. I'm a little nervous Yi will show up. He shouldn't be able to kill us, but it will be really annoying if he does. At least we have an ambush, so we'll see him coming. If I ended up dying, my top lane ended up dying. That's not really good for us, because now we don't have anything to gank at the end of our 5 camp clear, so we could have gone full clear into reset. I think we can solo Yi, though. Okay, he already took Scuttle. We'll just reset then. Auto attack, double reset E. We got the slows on this guy. Gonna keep my autos on him. He loses his flash. Alright, we gotta let him go. It's awkward, but maybe it's worth. I don't know. It's hard to say if that's worth or not. For all that chasing. Q lands, so she lands what she needs to land. We land our Q. He isn't quite able to finish us, but he almost had it. Sucks. Not the best start, not the worst start. At least we have a Dark Harvest stack. We're gonna need to hit level 6 ASAP this game. I can tell. We'll go for boots, that way we can hit Lucids fast, so we can do the whole Dark Seal, stack it up with Lucids as soon as possible. Vimid's not a bad pick. However, it has bad matchups. Any kind of mage that can get Zhonya's, it's going to be bad against. Karthus also plays exceptionally well against melee champs. He just drops defensive Qs on himself. Vi's going to die there. Mastery's still full HP as well. Yeah, we need to get 6. If we don't get 6, we're going to be in for a tough time. Decent amount of minions mid. We hit a fairly late level 4. Auto attack WE reset, auto attack Q. Surprised Renata left those there. Renekton trades off. That's actually good. He has more CS as well, so there's hope for our top lane to not die solo. There's hope. I think Renekton is actually a counter to Garen, I believe. Pretty sure. Maybe the matchup can go either way, but from my understanding, Renekton wins it. Because the Renekton can stun and Garen's can't silence the stun. The stun, Renekton can get it ready, even if Garen's in midair, and then stun him. So, pretty sure it's Renekton favored for sure. I'll try to gank top. The Garen's going full AD. Should be somewhat killable. Karthus is level 6. That sucks. We're gonna have to deal with his R. Alright. Garen time to get what's coming to him. Yeah, Renekton's 6. The Yi's E's about to fade. I'm pinging out my Q so he knows we should chase. He's gonna meditate this. The down he goes anyways. Sick. I was holding on to my E. I didn't want to use it while he was still in meditate. It's actually insane. 90% damage reduction on meditate for the first half a second and the end half a second seems like a bit much. Yeah, like our Q did 10 damage to him off a level 1 0 item meditate E. It's pretty interesting. Oh my god. Oh my. That was an insane amount of damage. Pretty nutty. Just gonna slow down what we're trying to do. Go for the Lucids. And we need level 6. It's so delayed. Our start was not ideal. An ideal start, 5 camp clear into successful gank. Even if the gank isn't successful, if you can stay and push the wave with your laner, it's so good. You get this so good, insane amount of XP. Auto attack, double reset E. He's not particularly weak, and their Karthus is insanely strong. Surprised he had enough mana to even Q me there after he left his E on for so long. Nice. Finally have it. Finally. Now we can do some stuff. This is when the game gets fun. Similar to a Fiddlesticks level 6. I'll go bot lane here in a second. I want Scuttle. There's not a huge rush either. Looks like Varus is going to stay for the wave. He may or may not realize that I'm here. Well, now he knows. So Varus did back. Interesting. Master Yi was going to try to get the solo kill on Sivir. Auto W. Oh, I keep canceling my W resets. It's not the fastest reset in the world. Oh, come on, baby. Oh, sick. This Karthus is fucking so fed. No, he's so fed. Gosh. Man. I don't know how this one's gonna go. Can't imagine 39 CS Vi is gonna be able to pull much weight here in the mid game against Giga-fed Karth. Only time will tell. Everyone's pretty even right now. It's just Karth is too big. Really is. Ours on cooldown. We should be farming right now anyway, so we don't need to gank without R. It's pointless. I didn't. Wow, that actually almost killed her. Holy crap. She had over a third HP as well. He's getting out of hand. I wish Renekton didn't flop out like that. Should have fought that. Goodbye, Master Yi. He was still CC'd from the Vi, so he couldn't really dodge our R. No, don't do it. Oh, he actually did it. I'm gonna stay top and share the plates. I guess he did start the Herald, to be fair, still. It belonged to me. In my heart. I know it's true. Renekton dies here. We have to get tanky. If we don't, Karthus wins the game. We'll go to R him. He'll drop a Q on himself while I'm in midair and then press Zhonya's. I'll lose a third of my health and I won't even have hit him since he'll be in Zhonya's. So we need to be tanky. Gotta be real tanky. Renekton's about to die. He's trying to bait Garen. They just ended up baiting himself. Karthus Q shred, single target, does double damage. We can't even fight this. Oh wow, Vi actually got, what? How did that even happen? She got that kill because Karthus stopped fighting? That sucks. Oh, at least we got Master Yi. It could have been a lot worse. The Karthus isn't a full item somehow. I guess because he bought a tier and a dark seal, he's delayed his first item by a lot. with how fed he is. I need to get to the brush. Alright, I'm out of here. He's being a little turd bag. He's trying to tickle my pickle. I'm going for his red buff. Wow. Okay. I have shutdown gold when I'm 3 and 2. Okay. How does that even make sense? We're not even fed. We have 60 CS 13 minutes in. Something's not adding up here. Flash, Silver, flash! Oh, not even close. I don't have R. I can't go bot. Renekton laid the Herald, but then he dies. Garen's on the full stride big, so he's quite a bit strong right now. He's on a huge power spike. The complete first item for most champs is a huge difference. Oh, now he has a Gore drink. If only he had it for that last fight. So no, this isn't worded, but she worded the brush. These guys don't have items. He flashed our R. It's nasty. I was a little worried that was gonna happen. At least our R is on a short cooldown and his flash isn't still. I need those stacks! I need those mesh! Without those mesh, we're not gonna be able to carry all these struggling lanes. Mr. Tinkles is watching me. God, what a little butthole. Just watching me, that little creep. He's playing it safe. He hasn't really started snowballing yet. It'd be nice if the Sunfire gave better stats before it's finished. Pre-finished Sunfire is actually pretty crappy. The only thing that's good is the 300 health from the bombies. You only get 10 ability haste for this. It's not even... Well, okay, I take it back. It's okay, but it's not as good as having AP early. The thing is, we need the tankiness, otherwise Karth R is going to destroy us. I want to take these at the same time. Pull them together. Might as well with our passive shield and whatnot. Might as well take advantage. We're still full HP too. Karthus lives. Got him. It's actually pretty good. I'll take that trade. Sacrifice 5. Now I got some mesh out of it. It's really good. I'll take it. Sivir died though. The Varus no flash. I assume he doesn't have R. He's backing off though. He's being a little turd burglar. Actually have some decent damage now with the mesh. Decent enough, I should say. We're getting close to our Sunfire. Maybe we should just go for Frostfire though. It's cheaper. We could afford it right now. Be super nice to have for this dragon fight. This dragon fight's going to determine a lot. I don't think we can actually fight for it, especially if Karthus has a Zhonya's. We need to be able to kill him really fast and get out. He has close to perfect CS without TP. Perfect CS would be like 170. So we're going ham. And yeah. Oh, she needed to not kill Lulu and she would have lived with the way the Renata passive works, or whatever ability Renata uses there. Got him with our Q. He runs away. Karthus doesn't have Zhonya's. Oh, that's actually really good. He has no flash. Now he can't dodge my R. That's huge, actually. We should stay for dragon, though. Especially this dragon. It's really good for a Malphite. Stacking up more armor and magic resist. It's also good against like, Sork shoes on the Karthus. I think Mastery would actually flash for this. I feel like I should have just stayed on the dragon. Yeah, I don't know. This is a weird fight. Maybe, well, maybe it's worth. I don't know. I mean, it's worth in terms of gold. We killed more of them than they killed of us, so that's sick. Question is can I take dragon with low HP? I think we actually can. We're healing a lot off jungle item Omnivamp. None of them have TP. Karthus might R for this. That'd be really annoying if he does have R. I don't think it would kill me, but I'd have to smite early. He's coming to try to tickle my pickle. What a little butthole. He can't have it. Yeah. And we got them Mej stacks, boy. We're stacking like crazy. Can't be stopped. Karthus lost some Dark Seal stacks. Not very much, though. It's nearly full. Never feels good to be this low HP while up. Karthus has R. We have Smite to heal, though. Passive's about to kick in. Got some Gathering Storm, Absolute Focus. Not bad. Winnable. This game went from unwinnable to very much so winnable. Yeah, we'll stay. I have an R, so I don't want to leave. And plus my camps are up, so it's a double whammy. I'd mess up my full clear, and we're not using our R. Get to speed up off the Raptors. Now we can look for the gank. Except it's warded, because why not? Karthus could lose them the game if he stays on a split push. Well, that sucks balls. Holy crap. He slowed me like crazy. He had red buff burn and also had the Bork slow. Yeah, he's fed. It's kind of strong now. I wish I had my Sunfire there. She's popping off. We're close to 10 Mej, which is good. It sucks to lose 10. We need Zhonya's against the Yi. Against the Yi and Karth, it's going to be so good. You can time out the ER. You can time out most... Low-key, more important than his R is timing out his E. His E gives him a bunch of true damage for around 5 or 6 seconds. So if you can time out a huge chunk of it, he's missing his one of his biggest sources of damage. Zhonya's an Echo, things like that. Echo the champion. A lot of times the Yi Lulu boosters will ban Echo because it's just so annoying to play against for it. Yeah, yeah. I'll take it. Got him with a Q. He loses some movement speed, and then he's gonna press R. The mega outplay. It's kind of worth 2 for 2, and I get some Mej. We'll take it. The Lulu R stalled out the Master Yi for a while there. Nearly kept him alive. I could kill Varus if my R was up. I'd rather not waste the Mej. We'll look for Scuttle Crab here. Dragging up 140. Something that's kind of annoying about Master Yi is, first of all, he cuts through our armor with his true damage, right? And we can't slow them with our blue smite to get away. Blue smite slows them and it gives you that movement speed. That doesn't even work against him, so it sucks. We have blue smite against a champion that it doesn't matter. We'd be better off having a red smite against him. Against any other melee champion in the game, like besides Yi and Olaf, a melee champion can't keep up with Malphite because he hits you with Q, Seismic Shard, plus Blue Smite. He steals all of your movement speed and then goes Giga Ramus speed while you're moving less than half speed. Garen is... Why isn't... Oh... Oh, I'm Master Tinkles. Oh... Don't let... No! Garen, I think he dubstep... That fudging bunghole, dude. He dubstep ignited me. I had 20 health he couldn't reach, then BAM! Oh... We would have been 16 stacks. You see the power of the Zhonya's, though. It counters E super, super hard. Wow, you can ping the plant through the darkness by doing it on the minimap. That's incredible. Whoa. I don't know what Siver's doing there. That wasn't pretty, though. Dragon was up, and we had the man advantage, and we decided to fight 2v2. Taking that really fast. Still winnable. We have Gathering Storm absolute focus. They don't. We're gonna have really, really good scaling. Unfortunately, we're only gonna have one Zhonya's on our team most likely, and against Yi, 2 to 3 is more optimal. No matter who he goes on, he gets his autos canceled or his autos don't count, right as your Zhonyaing using Zhonya's. It's only going to be me most likely. Like I said, you just need to time out his true damage on his E, which lasts for around 5-6 seconds. You can do that. He falls apart in the team fight quickly. Yeah, Master Tinkles is there. Got him with Blue Smite and Ignite. E the Garen into the Q. Nice. Spy's doing some damage. Alright, not bad. I can't reach him with my Q. Dang it. Yeah! Bye, seriously, dude. Let me get some mesh stacks. We need those so bad, too. Without the mesh, we will die. At least we're at 10. It's the critical amount for this item to be cost effective. 10% movement speed's pretty sweet. Karthus is so fed, we might die if we like face checked him there. Hey, we can get Zhonya's, cool. Decent stats. Most importantly, we need the active on it. Go for the blue ward. You can't dodge everything with his Q. We have the Vi R, my R. He's gonna get hit by something even if he holds on to his Q. And if I hit him with my Q in the team fight style situation, he's gonna have to R so he can stay alive. Once we blow his R, he's on a timer to either do nothing and waste it or try to all in, so. I wonder if this is warded. We don't have our teammates here. Oh, this must be warded. The way they both ran away like that. That was spooky. He has Rage Blade, and Sivir gets this, I guess. It's weird, she's not as useful as the Varus is. Varus is doing way more damage. It's very weird to see. Generally, Varus is super useless at this point in the game. Hits us, it didn't really do anything though. His abilities on hit Varus don't do a whole lot. It's AP Varus or full lethality Varus where his abilities kind of hurt. Hey, she's letting me have it. Cool. I get more XP from it since I have jungle item. Probably the right call. Don't really want to engage on Karthus. Engaging on Karthus is bad. Even if you kill him, he gives high value because it's passive. No! She's gonna die. Oh wow, barely lived. It's a drag fight for sure. We can do it while Karth has no... Why he doesn't have any R. 900? Oh, that's weird. They're stopping the Baron. You must not have Smite. I'll ignite the Varus. And kill him with my Q. Fight could have been a lot worse. Well, okay, maybe it was really bad. The fight actually wasn't that good for us. A lot better for them, no doubt. I think he has red buff too, so he's healing like crazy. He probably killed Sivir, got the resets. If I face check him, I'm dead. I probably can't even stop him on Dragon, even if his R is on cooldown. You little butthole. Yeah, look at that. Full health off of red buff. Disgusting. Red buff healing is the most brain dead thing in the game. In the early levels, it's not crazy, but around level 6 and up, it's like Warmogs, bro. It's busted. He's just gonna get it for free. I'd rather him not get it for free. That's the power of Malphite R. Big boy. Hit him with a Q, now he can't chase. Karthus really isn't giving that much value anymore. I wasn't expecting that, but alright. His R did, with items and runes, it did over 1k damage. Alright. That's cool. I could have smited early, but it was at too high of HP. It might have messed it up. It was around 2k HP. Smite would only do 900. It's not the end of the world, once again, because we do have 10 or more stack of Maj at 14 right now. I'm thinking we get... We actually have a decent amount of magic resist. 43. Where are we? Oh yeah, from Sunfire. How's he doing that much damage? He only has up to 20 from this. Yeah, 20 magic penetration from this, and 18 from that. So he has 38. I have more magic resist than he has penetration, just from like runes and items and stuff. He chunks though, man. He freaking hurts. I think we go straight into Rabadon here, not gonna lie, since we already have 2 AP item. And we have a lot of Gathering Storm Absolute Focus as well, which is like a 3rd AP item. Our 2 runes here are giving more AP than a lot of items even give at 73. Pretty high for just 2 runes, non-mythics. Pretty good value. He's gonna try to Q me. Yeah, big shocker there. Renata's almost dead though. She needs to leave. We can't fight now. She's dead. Karthus is having some huge outplays, bro. Sorry for that sound effect. He's having some big outplays. No one can outplay as hard as Karthus. Go on with the blue smite. We'll get him with the R. I didn't want him to be able to R Vi. I think he had it there too. Vi gets the shutdown. That sucks. I need the kills for the mesh. We're not really getting any CS anymore. We have super low minion kills, monster kills. Gotta stay alive, gotta keep the mesh up, get good value with R's, and the game's winnable. If any of them are ever out of position, Malphite is one of the best champions in the game for punishing that. That's one thing about Mastery, he doesn't have any CC. And if he doesn't have R, our E's gonna Giga counter and 50% attack speed slow. R is ready. We can take a fight here. I gotta help her break it. Her oracles was ending there. Oh no. He tried to solo Karth. Karth is a really good soloist against melees. He gets to land his stuff for basically free. Like I said, he places it defensively in between you and him to where if you cancel your auto and run away, you can't hurt him. But if you keep hitting him, you get blown up. What is this? 2 cannon minions? What the heck? What's going on here? I'm not going to blind chase him to a bush. That's how Mastery kills you, is you walk into him. And then he doesn't have to use his Q to close distance. He can use it to dodge your skill shots. If he actually has to use Q to close distance, then that champion isn't very good. If he gets to start in melee on you without taking damage or having to really use anything. That was a really patient Q on Garen's part to cleanse my slows. I spread out my blue smite and my Q there, but he saved his Q for both of them. Very patient. It's most likely going to be a dragon fight that decides the game. Both teams are being super safe to where it's going to depend on who lands better R's in a team fight, probably. I think they definitely have the edge, like 60-40. But if they have a few bad R's and we have a few good ones in the team fight, we could definitely win it. I don't want to walk into... Yeah, they're in this bush, man. Yeah, oh my god, I knew it. I knew it! Achoo! Got him with Ignite. Oh, easy money. Karthus wasn't in that fight is why. Karthus was nowhere to be seen that fight. I still get the movement speed from it, so. I think Garen R is on cooldown, thank god. I need help. Somebody save me! Oh, Saber didn't want to auto over the wall. That's fine, though, because we get Dragon. That's decent. I'll take it. We do lose 10 Mej. It's a worth, though. The way we died was stupid. I didn't think Garen could run us down. Deadman's is just that good. Even with us getting a speed up and slowing him sometimes, because bear in mind, he's cleansing the slow mostly with his Q. Still, he's still way faster than us. It's insane. I think if you took away the Deadman's, he couldn't have done that, though. I think it's more of a Deadman's diff than a Garen's diff. If I had Deadman's, I probably would have been fine. The Wind Dragons are kind of nice for getting out of the Karthus slows and whatnot. And now we have Rabadon. Sick. Very sick. It's going to go nicely with our Mej. Our practically non-existent Mej. Our R's are tiny in these fights. I'm only hitting one person at a time. I'm trying to hit 2 or 3. They're barely out of reach to where I'm only hitting Lulu. I mean, not the worst person to hit, but still. I think the worst one to hit would be Karthus. We lose most of our health. He might still kill us and our teammates. It's best to handle Karthus like you handle tanks. You kite them out. You don't try to all in them raw. You gotta let your AD carries poke at him, your long range champs poke at him. Wait till they're out of position, that type of thing. R is ready. It looks like it's going to be Baron fight. He's looking for a setup. He went for Sunfire, which is pretty standard on Yi right now. They have the late game Yi Lulu. That is tough. They don't know where Vi is. They don't realize they could fight us right now and destroy us. Our whole team's backing. Getting ready for a Baron fight, I assume. I can survive Karthus pretty well in terms of his R. So can the Renekton. And kind of, I guess our whole team, everyone on our team built an item that's going to counter Karthar. We have 2 Maws, 2 Zanyas. It shreds your magic resist, by the way. We're at 87. Now we're back to 104. It's a percent base shred, so it takes out a lot. Someone's about to get douched on. Holy moly. I'm praying they step up for that. Oh, this is it. We get the speed up off the minion. They can't fight now. Late game team fight. Now we still shouldn't try to 5-man kill Karthus wise with his teammates, but we can start to move up, I think. Hey buddy, we can start to take space away from him, start to hurt him away from our team, slow him down. Yeah, he's in trouble for sure. We can just kind of mess with him here, and then he's gonna die. Hopefully he doesn't kill anybody else. I need time to get my passive up, Renata. That's pretty sweet though. That was a really good team fight for us. This has been an extremely interesting game where we had a lane that was going even, our bot lane, and then top and mid were kind of solo losing. Mid more than top, to be fair. There's varying degrees of being behind and losing, to be fair. But really interesting how well as a team we're doing against them in team fights. I think ultimately they're not doing a good job of staying together. Part of it is our team has better mobility, I think, with the Sivir R. And like, for example, if Vi's on a flank, or if I'm on a flank, we can get away, me with my R and Vi with her Q, right? How do any of them get away? Especially, I guess I should compare Vi and Renekton, right? These are the two better comparisons. If Vi or Renekton are on a pinch of flank or a positional advantage, they can quickly get away over a wall with a low cooldown dash, right? They don't have that though. All they have to get away is like Mastery's gonna have to blow R, or someone's gonna have to blow a flash on their team, to where by default in these situations, as long as we don't YOLO 5-man versus their 5-man, positionally they get chipped away. I think that's what's happening. To where like the Lulu got herded away from the team positionally, and then she got butchered. Whoa! That was our best R of the game. Like 4 people. Oh my, that was so spicy. I didn't think we were gonna win this game, to be honest. I was gonna play it out and try to have a good attitude, but in terms of what I think the enemy team could have done better, I think if Karthus got Zanyas, if Lulu got Zanyas, that would have made a huge difference. And yeah, if they both got Zanyas, I think they would have been in for a lot better of a time. We'll look at the damage dealt, damage taken. What a game. Looking at damage dealt to enemy champions, it was by no means impressive what we did. With that being said, we out damaged a late game Master Yi when he had a Lulu on his team, and I'm really happy with that. But in terms of trying to out damage a Karthus, it makes you look really small. His R puts out such a spread out amount. It's quite impressive. So yep, looking at damage taken, we were upper middle of the pack. Looking at self-mitigated, we were upper middle-ish of the pack, top 3. Pretty solid. For runes, really good value. All in all, Malphite jungle is a lot of fun. He's extremely consistent. Just do the 5 camp clear into gank and try to hit level 6 as fast as possible. Once you're level 6, you get that sweet Mej rush and lucidity boots going, and you'll have a lot of fun. Don't look too much for 1v1s against the enemy jungler. That isn't a good idea whenever you rush the Mej and Lucid Boots. Lucid Boots don't help you that much in a 1v1. It's more for ganks, and it's more for having your R up more. Same with Mej. The Mej isn't good. It isn't legitimately strong until you're like 10 stacks or more at least, but preferably 20 or more. So once you have like your Lucid's Mej, look more for ganks. In your first clear, honestly, with your Ignite, you can solo a lot of champions, but just focus on hitting level 6 mainly with just a few ganks at the end of your clears. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to hack the algorithm. My name is KingStix. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.